Money on the Fox Bet Super 6 app, where players have won over $5 million total. Last week, there were 6 jackpot winners of the Thursday Night Football contest, and you could be next. So scan the QR code, download the app, and answer 6 questions about tomorrow night's Bucks-Eagles game for your shot to win. It is completely free to play, so why not give it a try, win some money. Moving on, guys. Former All-Pro and Super Bowl champ Darrelle Revis spent just 1 year in New England, but from that season, he was able to realize Tom Brady's greatness. When asked who deserved more credit for the Patriots dynasty, Revis said it was, quote, DB12, 100%. He also threw some shade at Bill Belichick, saying, quote, nobody likes it in that locker room. Shannon, the Patriots are underdogs. Big game against the Cowboys this weekend. So how much pressure is on Bill Belichick right now?
The pressure is always on him, Skip, because it's just like with Tom. Skip, once you've had success doing something, you're only measured by the greatest success that you've had. And Super Bowls is the greatest success that you can have as a coach or a player. So that's how you're measured. Tom Brady isn't measured by winning division titles. He's only measured by Super Bowl. Coach Belichick is not measured by, oh, they finished first in the division or they went this far in the playoffs. He's only measured by championships. And so you look at 50 Cent. He's measured to Get Rich or Die Trying, his first album. Eminem, his first album. That's what you're measured to. When you have that level of success, nothing else matters. But Skip, we've been trying to say this for years, and everybody, when they're in that locker room, what they're saying now, they push back against us. When we said they weren't having fun, and they didn't like, oh, we love him, he's so fun, and he's the Bill that you see publicly and the Bill that we know is so differently.
But they just kept saying winning is fun.
Right, and come to find out, and I've said this before on the other network. I said, Coach Belichick makes it real easy for you to root against him. Yeah. Because he's so condescending, he's so dismissive, he's so smug and so arrogant that he makes it easy for you to mention him. He said the tension that's in the locker room when you come in, that's the way he coaches out of fear. And Tom is just the opposite. Everybody likes Tom. Everybody likes playing with Tom. Everybody likes being around Tom. Yes, Skip, I like winning, but I can't wait to get away from you. That's what they're thinking with Coach Belichick. Yes, we love the byproduct, but man, we sure would like to win with somebody else. And that's what Tom basically said. Tom, like, man, the way they do it up there, that's archaic. And come to find out, there are other ways that you can win and have fun while doing it. But there's immense pressure on Coach Belichick because of what Tom went and did without him.
That is correct. I know Darrelle Revis, and when he speaks, I listen. So I'm going to reiterate some of the things that he spoke. He said, it's a lot of pressure every time you walk in that door, meaning the locker room door. He said, there's a lot of tension because you just don't know what's going on. You don't know what Mr. Kraft's doing. You don't know what Bill's doing. You just don't know. It is motivation by fear of the unknown, not sure what's happening. Just do your job. Keep your nose to the grindstone and do your job. There's no love there. It's fear. And as long as he had Brady as his buffer in the locker room telling everybody, it's just okay. The way he is, just do what he says and we're going to be okay.
And it makes it easier, Skip, when you see him talk to Brady like that, you're like, well, if he talks to me like that, well, he's talking to Tom like that, it's okay. Because I don't believe he could have got away for it as long as he did. If he didn't have a Tom Brady, a guy that was that high, and you talk to him like, man, they'd have been went upside Coach Belichick head. You can't talk to grown men like that.
They would have mutinied. They would have rebelled a long, long time ago. But as long as Tom was there, it worked. And Darrelle concluded, it is a little bit strenuous because nobody likes it in the locker room. He says, that's just to be honest. Nobody likes it. And I believe that, including Tom Brady. He loved the outcomes. Obviously, he cherished his time there, his growth there. And obviously, how can you not cherish what you achieved?
What you accomplished, yes.
But he knows he had to rise above the coach and a lot of what the coach was doing as the personnel director, because he's the GM, he wears all the hats. And the talent started to dwindle around Brady. So he's got to overcome the coach in the locker room and on the practice field and the lack of talent around him on the football field. So the point is that Bill is on notice now because of the Seth Wickersham book and all the excerpts.
about Tom. We talked about it. I was like, Skip, this is it. When they redid his contract, because it was reported that Tom wanted a 2-year extension that would take him till he's 45. And Coach Belichick said no. And Mr. Kraft, remember I told you, I said, now, Tom won this one with Mr. Kraft. I said, the next time around, he's not going to win it because Mr. Kraft is going to side with Coach Belichick.
He did.
See, where I get differentiate with Darrelle is that I know what Mr. Kraft is doing. Mr. Kraft is doing whatever Coach Belichick says.
Okay.
That's what he's doing.
All right. So Bill Belichick is now on the clock, and you can certainly argue on the hot seat. They are 2-3. They lost, though barely, to Brady in Foxborough. And then they went to Houston, and they survived unimpressively.
Correct.
Is that fair?
Yes.
That's what happened. They survived.
And that loss to the Dolphins looks even worse now.
It's looking pretty bad because the Dolphins are pretty hopeless, hapless looking on even defense. You shredded them for what happened at Brady the other day. So here come the Dallas Cowboys, the upstart Cowboys. They're better than most people expected they would be, including me.
Right.
And it's fluctuating, but they're 4 to 4.5 point favorites, which is pretty significant for a game in Foxborough that I chalked up when I did my 12-5 prediction. I put an L beside the one at Patriots. That was when I did this, I thought Cam might be the quarterback.
There you go. That's what I was thinking, because I was like, Skip, they could be, you look at their first 4, 5, 6 games, Skip, I think they can be 4-2, 5-1. But I was under the mindset like you were. Cam's going to be the starter.
So it's Mac Jones, and he's played about as well as you could expect him to play, but he's still a rookie. And he did some rookie things at Houston, but they overcame him and got away with it. If you fall to 2-4, if Dallas does go in there and continues to flex its new star power and its new offense, defense muscles, and you lose that game, I think you're going to start to be exposed. Excuse me. And you're going to have to wonder, is he going to mellow? Is he going to loosen his vice grip on this locker room and this team? Because at some point, if you're desperate enough, you're going to have to try to change on the fly, and I don't know if he's capable.
But here's the thing. The style that Coach Belichick displayed only works if you're winning. That's why it's never worked in Detroit. It didn't work in Houston. It didn't work anywhere.
Patricia tried to instill that in Detroit, and they said
Bill O'Brien tried to instill that in Texans. And Josh McDaniels tried to do it. And it only works if you win. He better start winning in order to keep that iron fist, that thumb on everybody's neck, because they're like, bro, what you talking about? That BS don't work. It worked, but did it work because of you, or did it work because of the guy that's not down in Tampa?
And Revis is saying that guy.
So you better start winning some ball games, because all that stuff is back. Focus, do your job. Okay, I'm doing my job, but we ain't winning. Why?
Time to go. Guys, does the King look better than ever in year 9? I'll tell you, our expectations for LeBron, let's be realistic here.